drew you to the Porsche brand and specifically owning this Porsche?
Well, my first car right out of college, Fantasia, was a 1960 356B coupe. And I bought it for about $3,200 way back in 1970. And I drove it a few years. And then I went on to own other Porsches and 911s and water-cooled Porsches. And then I got into Alfa Romeos, launches, and I was quite active after my retirement from the U.S. Coast Guard in many TSD rallies. And I always thought about my first car. So I started looking for a 1956 coupe because being a student of the Mille Miglia in Italy, I was aware that a 1956 coupe was accepted to run and drive in the Mille Miglia in Italy. So I went on a hunt for about 2 years, and I was able to find what I call Red Ryder, my nickname for her. And I purchased it from an old attorney in California who'd owned it for many years. And so now that I've got a similar car to my B coupe, I'm very happy.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is the most surprising thing that you've learned about driving a Porsche?
Oh, I think just how precise the steering is on a Porsche. It's very precise, unforgiving. If you're not, totally behind the wheel and thinking about your driving, you're going to make a big mistake and you could wind up in an accident. So you have to be a really precise driver, and I enjoy that.
What is your favorite aspect about owning this particular Porsche?
Well, I think the fact that it's eligible for the Mille Miglia is really important to me. Not only because of the history of Porsche with the Mille Miglia, and just owning a very nice hand-built automobile, which this car is, gives me great satisfaction.
Yeah. And can you tell us just a little bit about the Mille Miglia for anyone who isn't familiar with this specific race?
Yeah, the Mille Miglia race is considered to be the greatest race. It started in 1928, and one of the earlier pre-A Porsches was victorious and won the Mille Miglia. And it starts in Brescia, Italy, and it takes place every June, usually the first or second week in June. And this particular car of mine was accepted into the Mille Miglia for 2025. And unfortunately, we could not make the timeline to get the car there in time. So my co-driver, Sal Garcia, who is a Ferrari driver and also runs a Ferrari shop in San Francisco, we had to withdraw right at the last moment. Otherwise, we risked losing our entry fee, which was about $20,000.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, so we just couldn't get the car to Brescia in time for the race, and we're hopeful to enter it next year in 2026.
So what is the relationship between Porsche and the Mille Miglia? I know that you had mentioned that there's kind of this special relationship between the two. So,
well, it's just the history of Porsche. You know, it started in 1948 by Dr. Ferdinand Porsche, and he started his company in Gmund, Austria, and was one of the first German cars to enter the Mille Miglia, and he was very successful in winning the Mille Miglia. And so there's a long time history of Porsche with the Mille Miglia and the Le Mans 24-hour race, of course, in France. So
you are a rally driver. Can you tell us about other rallies that you have been
Well,
in?
I've done the Northwest Classic Rally, which was sponsored by Monty Shelton and his Jaguar group.
Nice.
and it was known as the Northwest Classic Rally, and it was mainly managed by the Alfa Romeo Club of Portland, and I participated with many cars, since 1978 when it first started. I was driving Lancias and Alphas and Porsches, of course, but that's how I got started with my car enthusiasm. Was doing time, speed, distance rallies, TSC rallies, and typically my wife is normally my navigator,
Yeah.
which I would not recommend if you want to keep your marriage, sane and safe and happy. But we got through it, and she helped me for about almost 35 years, actually. And so I went on to do other rallies. I'm still doing rallies. I drove Red Ryder last year in 2025 down to Monterey and participated in the Pacific Grove Rally and the Little Car Show Rally and two other Porsche rallies during Monterey Car Week. So I was very happy to have driven her down through the redwood trees and in the forest down there and along the ocean on Highway 1, to Monterey. It was a fun 2-day trip.
Nice.
And back, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your car is FIVA certified.
Yeah, FIVA certified.
So can you tell us a little bit about what goes into having a classic FIVA certified?
Well, let's talk about the Mille Miglia. To participate and be eligible, you have to have had a FIVA examination. FIVA stands for Federation International Vehicle Association, based in Italy and also based in France. And it begins with a long, somewhat tedious examination of a car to make sure that it is authentic. It has all of the documented VIN number, which should match the Cardex, the official German manufacturing record. The numbers have to match. The gearbox numbers have to match. The engine number has to match. And of course, the VIN number has to match the Cardex, the German, what they call the German Cardex. It's spelled Kardex. And it's the official record of the car's birth and time and all of the accoutrements that were on the car originally. So to receive the FIVA passport, it's about a 2-day inspection. It's not inexpensive either. And so I had it examined last year. When I drove the car to Monterey, I left it with the examiners for 2 days. And they were inside, outside, under the car, all the wheels off. Everything has to match. Even the wheels are date stamped. In this particular case, my wheels are date stamped 6-56, the year the car was made. On this car, as you see, my car here in the showroom, everything is authentic with the exception of the wheels. I kept the original wheels off the car because it has brand new Michelin tires. And when you start the Mille Miglia race, you've got to really have new tires, because as that tread wears, your odometer reading for the time, speed, distance turns isn't going to match the time when you're supposed to turn on a particular route.
Right. So
because I drive this on weekends, it's important that I have other tires and other wheels. So in this particular case, what you see are non-original wheels on the car at the present time.
Are you a part of a Porsche club or community?
Yes, I've been a long-time member of the 356 Club, which is part of the 356 registry. It's our local 356 club, and we meet every second Saturday morning at the Black Bear Diner in Wilsonville. A lot of the members drive their cars there, and we have a nice breakfast meeting, and it's a wonderful time to appreciate our cars. And we have a nice Christmas show portraying our cars, and it's a great club to have and meet other owners of 356s.
What was the most profound experience you had racing?
Oh, the most profound experience I've had. Uh, I suppose following my good friend Ed Gottschalk in his Lancia B20 about 25 years ago in a historic TSD rally, when sadly Ed's Lancia B20 suspension failed and he wound up in a ditch, turned upside down, and we were able to get an ambulance there in time. And of course, the first thing they asked for was the blood types, which we did not know because Ed did not have it on the car. But after that event, if you notice on my car, I always put our blood types next to our name. And so that had a profound effect on me watching that accident. And so all of my cars, all of my rally cars, I always put the blood type of myself and my co-driver. Just owning a car like this gives one a sense of pride, and it's my pleasure to be honored to have my beautiful car here.
Yeah.
And I thank you.
Yes, of course. We love it. I
Sure.
mean, it's so beautiful inside of the space. And I feel like that's one of the aspects that I want to bring to the studio is
Yeah.
obviously everyone wants to see the classic or the newer age Porsches,
Right.
but nothing beats a classic. There's just
That's
so
right.
much history behind
Yeah.
it. And I think I'm really fortunate to be in this space and to be able to converse with people like yourself. It gives me more of a background of the history. I mean, we have
Yes.
such a large community here.
Yes, yes.
So it's very special. We're happy to have you here.
Yes. Well, thank you very much.
Yes, of course.